everybody, it's your girl Nikki. I'm back again and I wanted to tell you some tips and tricks for your surgery. So the number one thing I'm going to say is make sure you have some good pillows. Pillows. You need to be comfortable. It's really hard to get comfortable as it is when you're super sore and hurting, and also for facelift you have to stay upright, so you're going to need like lots of pillows, and you want to make sure that you have ones that are super comfy. Something I would recommend would be to go to Amazon. I know there's like some post-surgery pillows you can buy. I think they would be really good. I didn't have one, but I think they would be really nice, so maybe try those. Another thing that's super important for facelift as well as liposuction would be making sure that you're wearing your compression. Compression helps with inflammation, it keeps the inflammation down, and it also just gives you a better result. So for my compression, I'm actually wearing a faja right now. This I wear like pretty much 24/7, and I make sure it's nice and snug. And then underneath, I'm actually wearing this lipo foam, and this helps to keep out the creases, because you don't want the creases forming because they will stay like that in your stomach. And it also keeps it nice and tight. So just make sure that it's nice and snug. You don't want it to be so tight that you can't breathe, but it should be nice and firm. Another thing is, I use this. This goes on my back, and you can see it's kind of in the shape of your spine. This goes back here, and this makes sure that you get a nice contour of your back. So make sure you get these two. These are from Amazon. Another thing I usually wear is another secondary compression that I put on top of this faja, obviously under my shorts, but I go like this, and then I wrap it, and then it stays like that, and this just makes sure it's even more snug. So yeah, so make sure you're wearing your compression. That's a compression for your body, and then I will show you how the compression works for my face. So this is the compression that I was wearing. I was wearing this for the last 3 weeks, or sorry, last 2.5 weeks, day and night, and now I just have to wear it at night. But it goes like this. Figure it out. Goes like this, and then it wraps up here, and then it wraps like this. So yeah, make sure you are wearing your compressions. Super important. Okay, moving on. The next thing on my list is, oh, I forgot to mention the socks. So see the way my faja sits, and it's sort of rubbing here. I was getting sort of these burns here. So what I did, this is kind of embarrassing, but I actually took a sock and I cut one end of it so that I can pull them through here, and that way I'm not getting these rubs. So if you find your fajas rubbing, just take a sock and cut the end off, and that way it's sort of like a sleeve and you won't get those rubs. So yeah, kind of embarrassing, but it's my little trick. Okay, next. So when I'm in the shower, I make sure I'm doing lots of massaging. Not firm, but soft. And I found that these cheap, really squishy sponges, really soft sponges are really helpful when you're in the shower. Put a little bit of soap on it, or body wash, and just massage lightly. And that, it feels really good, and it also gets the blood circulating. And it's really good for healing. So I recommend getting one of those soft sponges. You can get them at like the dollar store or Shoppers. The next thing is, I would recommend, I didn't have this, but I recommend getting one of those picker-upper thingies. I don't know what they're called, but where it has a handle and you can just squeeze it, and then it picks up things for you, because bending down when you've had liposuction is excruciating, especially when you're by yourself. Like, I've been alone and I haven't really had too much help, so I recommend getting a little picker-upper thingy. I think you can also get it at the dollar store. Another thing I love from Shoppers Drug Mart is these froggies. These are like near the Band-Aid section, whatever, but these are ice packs. And I just find that for facelift, this is amazing because they're so soft. Like a regular ice pack is like super, super hard and it's really painful. But with these little froggies, I just literally tuck them into my face compression garment, and I just leave it there like that, and it helps so much. You need to go get little...
Hi, yeah, can I make an appointment? I need 1 million units of Jubilar Ultra Plus, please.
Make sure you're stocked up with soups and
Yeah, awesome. Okay, thanks.
Because
Bye.
you're not going to want to chew anything. Like, having a facelift, your jaw is so swollen and your teeth hurt.
I'm a Barbie bitch, and that's all I ever wanted to be. They call me a misfit, but I don't really care, yeah. I'm me, opinions don't matter. All I care about is my money and my peeps. Leave me alone, I'm just too neat. I'm a plastic Barbie, kill the queen.
These are really nice because you can use these to massage.
They always stop and stare. Everywhere I go, plastic for sure. Everywhere I be, I'm the plastic queen. You know,
So perfect, so
you know.
Another thing,
I know people, they gonna talk, and I'ma keep doing my thing. I don't care what they say. I'm living my life of a cowgirl, Barbie queen. I
so
go.
much. You don't want to have like eyelashes
They
in your eyes.
always
Your eyes
stop
swollen
and
or
stare.
irritating. So
Everywhere I go, plastic for sure. Everywhere I be, I'm the plastic queen. You know,
so perfect, so
you know.
Another thing I thought was
Plastic, plastic, so fantastic. Touch me, love me, you'll never forget me. Plastic, plastic, so fantastic. Touch me. Plastic, plastic, so fantastic. Touch me, love me, you'll never forget me.
Touch me. Everywhere I go, plastic for sure. Everywhere I be, I'm the plastic queen. You know,
So perfect, so
you
fantastic.
know. Everywhere I go, plastic for sure. Everywhere I be, I'm the plastic queen. You know,
So perfect, so
you
fantastic.
know.
On my search and pack the bag. First class flight, no jet lag. Face so tight, they wish they had. Still that girl, no need to
I
brag.
end up having permanent ones. So make sure that you have a really good RMT and that you have those sessions put down. Another thing, and this is my final point, would be to make sure that you're going. I would rather prefer to go in the when it's winter back home, but wherever you're from. Go in a season where it's not too hot, because it being hot just like makes it so much more worse for your swelling. I know I'm from Vancouver, BC, Canada, and it's been pretty cold out. It just feels so good to have that nice cold air on your face. It just really helps with the swelling, and I just couldn't imagine being in a hot place right now. Ugh. So there's one thing that I actually almost forgot, and that is my LED mask that I got off of Amazon. This is supposed to be really, really good for healing. So I would also grab one of these. Make sure to keep it like on a low setting. And yeah, I think they're really, really effective. It's a brand called Poturak. I don't know how to say it, but that's how you spell it. And this is an LED mask, and yeah, it's great for healing. So get this if you've had a facelift or any facial procedures done. Yeah, and just a little tip, if you're living with somebody else, maybe let them know in advance that you have this thing. It's a little creepy. Looks kind of scary, doesn't it? Yeah, so that's all the tips and tricks I have for you guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And don't forget to stream my new song on all platforms. It's called Plastic.
I'm a Barbie bitch, and that's all I ever wanted to be. They call me a misfit, but I don't really care.